YouTube, you're watching Rants! And we're here to talk about the co-main event, John Cena and Seth Rollins for the U.S. title.
USA! USA! USA!
Curb stomp, curb stomp.
Oh.
He did. He's got a bicycle.
So what do you think of this match?
Yo, I hope Rollins goes 2 for 2 and then 3 for 3, which I'll get into our next video.
Yes.
3 matches in one night. Seth Rollins can do it. But this match, he just won the U.S. title. I guess I can see a situation where Cena wins it back just because, but it would be nice to see Rollins have, double the success. That'll just make him look so, formidable. I mean, he already looks pretty good holding 2 titles, and being the first one to do that, the whole WWE and U.S. title in history. That's pretty good.
Historic.
So, yes.
He could have a historic night Sunday if he wins all his matches.
I want to see Seth Rollins beat Cena clean.
That would be
No have to worry about stupid Jon Stewart interfering.
Although I would shake Jon Stewart's hand and be like, thank you, sir.
Thanks for showing up again. That'd be cool. But
yeah, a clean win over Cena would be good. I mean, it would do wonders for Rollins just to get a win over the biggest, babyface in the company. It would really solidify him as someone WWE trusts to kind of carry the torch of, top heel in the company. Plus, we like Rollins better, so
yeah.
But I think the match will be great. You can't go wrong with Rollins, and you certainly can't go wrong with Cena either. I mean, as far as in ring and him being matched up with the right person, the matches will be great. I mean, him and Owens had a great match. Him and Daniel Bryan had a great match. I can't imagine, him versus Rollins wouldn't be just more of the same.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't really been building this matchup as much as they've been building the matchup with Sting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the main event, so they better build that one up more, for show.
For show.
For shows.
It's like, are they going to have, the U.S. title match and then go right to the WWE title match? Like, what if he wrestles back-to-back?
That would be something. But then
I don't think they'll do that.
Then you have to worry, does he lose, the championship, which, we'll get into that next video. But I think you throw the U.S. title match either somewhere in the middle or right before that, so you give Rollins a little bit of a break. And Cena's still kind of up on the mid-upper cards where he should be, considering him being the top babyface of the company. Certainly, I don't think you open with him. That would just be very strange.
Tag match usually opens first.
So, but as far as this, I think you go in the middle with the U.S. title match. This is where this match will take place, in my opinion, and then the main title match will obviously be the main event with maybe 2 or 3 matches in between where Rollins can recover.
So they'll probably have the Ziggler and Rusev match in the middle.
Yeah.
As a cooler down.
Yeah.
Then get into the main event.
Right.
I'm actually mixed on this because on one hand I'm a big Rollins fan. He's awesome, and when was the last time a guy had both titles? 2 of them. I mean, it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
And I can't even recall. So I think that's awesome, but...
It was last year's Night of Champions.
Was it?
Because it was the WWE title and the World title, and then they unified them.
Oh, okay. But still, it doesn't happen often, and I'd like to see Rollins win on one hand, because that would be really cool. But, on the other hand, I'm not a huge fan of someone, not just Rollins, anyone in general, having both titles, because then it's one less thing that other wrestlers have an opportunity for. It takes their opportunity away, and that being said, I don't want Cena winning it back. So, I mean, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with me. WWE, you can't please this guy right now.
About the first part, doesn't it say something where the time when someone does go after the U.S. champion and maybe wins or doesn't win, the fact that the WWE championship is linked with that same person let's say, for example, Cesaro gets into a feud with Rollins for the U.S. title. They have a match. Cesaro beats Rollins. Not only does he win the U.S. title, but now he has a pinfall victory over the champion. Does that not elevate whoever pins Rollins?
Oh, you're absolutely right, and that would be amazing. But I'm fine. I hate. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm fine with them doing a double champion as long as it's not overdone like TNA did with Kurt Angle years ago, where he literally. You think Rollins holding 2 belts is eh? It was what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago? I know I just went through so many numbers, but a long time ago. Kurt Angle held the TNA title, the tag titles by himself, and the X Division.
Wow, that's way too much. 4
physical belts, but 3 titles on one person. And I'm sure if he dressed like a girl like Harvey Wippleton, he probably would have been the knockout champion. You know, just the way that's what TNA did.
That's a good point.
That's overdoing it.
Oh, I completely agree, and that's a good point. But what I'm saying is that I'm still waiting for the WWE. I'm still waiting for the day the WWE gives Cesaro that push, gives Cesaro a chance to be in the title picture. We keep waiting and waiting and waiting. When is it going to happen? When are they going to have... That would be so awesome to see Cesaro feud with Rollins, but I'm starting to give up on this. Yeah. So...
Well, focusing on the 2
but back to the match
that are in this, you know, you're still getting something... Again, the match will be good, and no matter what happens, whoever the next one to feud for the U.S. title is, you know, and whoever's in line next... You either face Cena, which obviously kind of puts you over just by name of John Cena, or you face a guy who holds 2 belts. So whoever that next person in line, if Cena wins, he goes back to probably doing his open challenges, which was great.
I'd like it.
Yeah, and then if Rollins wins, you have the next person who feuds with Rollins now has a shot at both belts. So you're essentially doing the same thing, just with, you know, 2 different people, depending the outcome.
Even though, like I said earlier, I don't like the fact that, and this goes for anyone in general, to have 2 titles at once. I mean, it is cool, but I just hope it's not long term. I'd like to see Rollins retain because I don't want Cena winning it back. That being said, I think Cena's going to win it. If Rollins drops any of the titles that night, it's going to be the U.S. title, I think, and I think Cena's going to win it.
Awesome.
So I'm going with Cena. What do you guys pick?
I think Rollins. Retains. I think they finally give him the clean pinfall victory that, you know, they need to give him over Cena. And I think his WWE title is more in trouble. Again, get into that later. But as far as the U.S. title, I think Rollins wins this.
Yeah, I think they're gonna put Rollins over. I think Cena will do it because we want to see what this kid actually can do. And like I said about John Stewart, he's not going to be there, so we can actually see these guys, you know, wrestle. I think Cena knows that Rollins is in a good spot, and he's willing to do that for him. So
yeah, and it was, again, it's just a straight up victory. I know Rollins is a heel. And usually one of the best things to do with heel wrestlers is give them shady wins because that gets the reaction from the crowd that you want. But at the same time, a heel can get a clean win too every once in a while, and they should. I mean, or else they wouldn't be very formidable.
Yeah, because even when Owens won against him, he got a clean win his first match.
Yeah, and that did wonders because then the people that, you know, go along with who's face, who's heel, really did not like Kevin Owens, and then obviously, you know, fans like us just were all ecstatic, like, yes, Kevin Owens got a big win on Cena, like, that's amazing. So the same thing can happen with Rollins. Yeah. The fans that go along with the face and heel stuff, they'll hate Rollins even more. Like, he already gets really good heel heat out of this. Imagine he picks up a clean win on Cena. Whoa. Just all the little kids cry.
Yeah, but people will be like,
including me.
No, I'm sure.
People will be like, okay, wow, this kid has something.
Yeah.
Only Rollins.
They would have to, recognize that he's no joke, man. This no fluke. Like, Rollins is legit. We know he's legit,
Yeah.
but your average fan maybe not.
Eventually, Cena's going to get it back, but just not right now.
Well, I think he is going to get it back at Night of Champions, like I said, but I don't want that to happen. But I just got this feeling.
I mean, my thing is I'd be fine because he'll go back to defending it, and then you use that like he did with his open challenge, and use that as a platform to springboard younger wrestlers. That was what the great thing about the open challenge was. Is we got to see a lot of people that would never normally face John Cena. Think about it. We saw him, Cesaro, Owens, Sami Zayn. If Cena was the WWE champion, you wouldn't see these matches.
Nope.
That's the good thing about having Cena hold a secondary title. It helps that title get a little bit more recognition.
True.
And it allows them to use younger talent, and Cena can help get them over while obviously still being Cena.
True.
It's a win-win if you really, really look at it. Yeah, Cena wins.
If Cena did get it
blah, blah,
back
blah.
and then had the open challenge again, eventually I'd like to see somebody actually beat him in the
Yeah,
open challenge.
Exactly.
And that would just, if it's like a
Cesaro,
big-time
let
face.
Cesaro beat him.
Yeah, if it's a big-time face, instant, over with the crowd. And then if it's a big-time heel, automatic heel heat, like the worst heel heat ever.
He may get some cheers, though, because there's a good portion of the crowd that does hate Cena, obviously.
Again, that's guys like us. We will go like that. But the general crowd, the general feel of the audience, that's what will happen.
I hope it's a good match. I hope it has good spots, like the match at SummerSlam, where we saw them pull out moves that you don't normally see.
Oh, yeah.
We saw a lot of high flying by Rollins,
You might see some of that, but since it is the earlier match, I wouldn't count on
You
it.
can probably save some of that stuff for his match with Sting.
Yeah, you would have to think some of the bigger spots and bigger moves come in with Sting.
But I got to give a lot of credit to Rollins, regardless of what happens. This guy, I mean, they all work hard, of course. But this guy, man, he's definitely up there for one of the hardest workers in the company right now. I mean, for him to have 2 matches on a pay-per-view event, well, this guy, I just respect him 100%.
For sure.
So let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Disagree with us? Who do you think's going to win? Who do you want to win? And follow. He wants Rollins. I want Rollins, of course, too.
Rollins.
Follow us on Twitter at Ring Rants. Like our Facebook page, Ring Rants. I'll be posting the links below. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. Share our video. Tell your friends about us. Our fan base is growing. We really appreciate the support. Any last thoughts?
All right, let's hope for a good match. That's all I want to see. Win or lose, whoever, doesn't matter. Good match.
I concur. See ya.
See you.